Hey up peeps, welcome back to Old Yorkshire Git Tries, Final Fantasy 14 Part 89. Hey, I remembered. Right, yeah, bit of an update this morning, so it's a bit later than normal. Yeah, of course, and when the update had finished, as usual, there was over 1,000 people queuing to get on board. Bloody hell. Come on, get some more servers. Right, what was we up to? Speak with Minge Villa at the Rising Stones. So, Revenant's Toll. Let's go. I could have flown back, couldn't I? I'm only just down the road by the look of it. Oh, bugger. I could have saved myself 100 Klebbies. Anyway, how you all diddling? You alright? Got a couple of little jobs done this morning while I was waiting for it all to load up. I've Dubs forted the old chair so it's not squeaking now. So, right, whereabouts is it? Behind me. That way. In here. Rising Stones entrance. Enter Rising Stones. I had a nice comment off, I think his name was Mr. Diversity, about my battle with Cerebus. Yeah, thanks a lot, mate. Appreciate that. Check out his site. I think it's Mr. Diversity, and then brackets abridged JRPG. He plays games, but he does his own. he redubs the voices on them. It's quite funny, actually. Yeah. So I subscribed to him this morning. I quite like his channel. I'll watch a few of his later today, I think. Yeah, he's very funny. He's got a good sense of humour. Check him out. Right, Minge, what we got?
I have been reflecting upon the events which took place during our visit to Vilbrand. If you have a moment, I would share my conclusions with you. Please, bear with me. When the Sahagin Elder summoned Leviathan, he employed the power we have come to know as the Echo, though I cannot well explain the how of it. It would seem he became immortal in so doing. When the Admiral subsequently slew him, his spirit emerged from his lifeless flesh, a consciousness shorn of physical form. Thus transfigured, he took up residence in the body of his minion with the ease of a man donning a favorite glove. Long have I known that the Echo allows one to pass through the walls of a man's soul, but never did I imagine that it could free us from our own flesh, nor less that our souls could then occupy the next corporeal vessel to take our fancy. It was of this that Elidibus spoke, an existence which knows neither cessation nor oblivion. And yet, though the Sahagin had mastered his gift and thereby become immortal, he was by no means invulnerable.
Well, I'm sure Albert won't mind occupying her body.
As we both bore witness, he was ultimately absorbed into Leviathan. And the import of this observation? If the Ascians' mode of existence is indeed the same, it can be inferred that they too are not invulnerable, that they can be destroyed. There exists a legend which tells of souls who are reborn upon the cusp of each umbral calamity, that they might stay the encroaching darkness. To most, it is but a fairy tale, yet recent events have given me cause to wonder, could the legend in fact refer to the Echo? Much and more yet remains unknown, but I am confident that all will become clear in time. For the present, however, what matters is that the key to defeating the Ascians may at last be within sight. With Urianger's aid, it is my hope that I shall fathom this matter ere long. Oh, I was just about to send for you, my friend. Is Artemis?
Grave tidings from the Sharlayan motherland, my lady. It doth concern our distant allies, the students of Valdesian.
Oh, hang on a minute, I've just realised. Get rid of this. Thank you. Come on.
What of them?
It's not. Ah, it is now.
My lady.
Sorry, my controller weren't working.
Isle of Val, which for many years hath been the Order's home, is no more.
No more? Whatever do you mean?
I relate only that which hath been conveyed unto me by our agents. An etheric wave of the highest magnitude was recorded in the region. Soon thereafter, 'twas observed that the isle had ceased to be. 'Tis postulated that a magic was evoked, like in power to Ultima.
12 preserve.
Right, I bet that's what we've got to go and check out then. Oh, no.
If there are no other matters, I move that today's meeting be adjourned.
It is done, my lord. Forgive my impertinence, my lord, but these orders, I am uncertain as to what end they serve.
Revolution.
Oh. Oh, he's a dodgy one then, is he? Oh, what we got? Vitality, direct hit rate plus 21. Don't need strength, do I? Yeah, quest complete. Our friends, the very isle itself, everyone and everything. It avails us naught to speculate. Urianger will send word if there are any developments. Until such time as he does, we must remain firmly focused on that which is within our power to change. With that in mind, I would speak of a different matter, one closer to home. It concerns etheric fluctuations which we had previously attributed to King Mogul Mog. 12. That the king is no more is a blessing for which we have you to thank. Yet all is not well in Twellswood. Our latest readings reveal an ongoing etheric disturbance of considerable magnitude. They may even suggest the presence of a primal. Needless to say, the mere possibility warrants immediate investigation, and I would have you... Asilla, I do not wish to interrupt, but we have a problem. What manner of problems? A band of refugees hailing from Uldar this time are come to Revenant's toll-seeking asylums. It would seem they expect us to afford them the same treatment we gave the Domers. At present they are in the Shaven Haven, awaiting a formal response. I see, mayhap this was to be expected. I shall meet with them at once. Silly, you know full well we haven't the resources to accommodate many more people. Consider what will happen if you do this. Word will spread and more will follow. Your opinion is duly noted, but I will hear their suit. Albert, I would be grateful for your presence at this meeting. Quest accepted. Right. More refugees. Speak with the refugees in the 7th Haven. Right. Leave the solar. Here we go. I apologise for keeping you waiting. My name is Minchfiller, and I lead the Scions of the 7th Dawn. 12 be praised, it's you. We're ready and willing to work, same as Domans. Just give us a task and we'll see it done. Pray calm yourselves. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I know naught of your situation. Beg your pardon, antecedent. I ain't so good with words. We've been living off the scraps of Uldar for years now, trying to piece together a life to replace the one that got took. They say there's work, but there's naught for an honest man. Naught as wouldn't sully his soul sooner than his palms, any road. The flames do what they can for us, of course, but it ain't near enough. And it's only getting worse. When the calamity brought us to our knees, those rich bastards in the city didn't help us. They claimed on our backs. I don't pretend to be clever, but even I can see what's coming. I know we had to run. The only question was where. And then it came to me. Revenant's Toll. I mean, you took them foreigners in, didn't you? Oh, right. Not much of a xenophobe then. So you'd surely do the same for us. I fear the situation is rather more complicated. While it is true that we accepted the Doman's petition for aid, that decision was the product of extraordinary circumstances. I sympathise deeply with your plight, but pray understand that it is not possible for an organisation of our means to aid all who have been affected, and so it is with great regret I must deny your request. But with nowhere else to go, you're turning your back on us. If I might have a word. Tattoo! Tattoo, he's ought miss. Ill tidings from Uldar, my lady. Alfie has been wounded. Oh, no, not Alfie. Is it serious? I cannot say for certain, but I fear it might be. According to the flames, the refugees started a riot. They went wild, apparently lashing out to Tenny and everyone. That can't be right. Why would they? They must have been provoked. The demonstration was meant to be peaceful. 7 hells. Now the Blades have an excuse. They'll round us up and kill anyone who tries to resist. Antecedent, please, if you won't help us build a new life, at least help us keep the ones we've got. Go on, Albert. You go and sort him out, pal. Milady. We are not ones to stand idly by and watch innocents suffer. However, until we know more, I am not certain what aid we can provide. If the authorities determine that the refugees attacked without provocation, then those responsible will have to answer for their actions. How can you be so blind? Find Alfie, and quickly. If he's in danger or worse, I would have you and none other by his side. Thank you. Pray do not concern yourself with the matter we are discussing earlier. Ida and Papilimo will see to it. Alfie is being treated at the Hourglass. Hurry, Albert. Search for Alfie Nordin Uldar. Van Alan. Yeah, 346. Robbing bastards. Oh, I'm a tenth of the way to getting me house. 3.5 million to buy an house. Cool, where is it? Knightsbridge and Chelsea. Right. This way, by the look of it. And then to the left. Is he in here? Alfie! You're right, cocker.
Come, you must have gathered by now that Tataru is given to exaggeration. As you can see, I am quite well. Uldar, on the other hand, is not. This riot was anything but an isolated incident. There is a restlessness in the air. Tensions long simmering are at last threatening to boil over. Uldar is a nation infamous for the great disparity between the wealthy and the poor. The majority of the populace accepts this state of affairs because they believe that every man bears responsibility for his own lot in life. To an Uldan, money is the foremost, and some would say the only measure of a man's worth. Small wonder that the wealthiest wield the greatest influence. So where do the refugees fit into this social hierarchy? What place is there for those who fled Ala Mhigo and the destruction of the Calamity? Plainly, there is none. They have no wealth, no power, and no worth. To the Uldan way of thinking, they may as well not exist. Choosing to ignore their existence, however, is patently not an option. General Rauban and the Sultana understand this, which is why they ordered the Immortal Flames to provide the refugees aid and succor. Yet none would dispute that the expenses incurred by this policy grow by the day, with no end in sight. This has prompted more and more Uldans to question their obligation to aid these worthless wanderers. While more and more refugees have come to resent their treatment at the hands of the sneering citizenry. The manner of Lord Lolorito's refusal to grant the Dolmens asylum bespoke a disdain for all refugees, an attitude shared by the rest of the monetarists. And you may be sure they make no effort to conceal their opinions. It was only a matter of time before the refugees united in protest. Nor is it any surprise that some among them would ultimately resort to violence. That the Immortal Flames should choose this of all occasions to engage in joint training exercises with the other Grand Companies. By the time they return, the situation may well have deteriorated beyond mending.
Daystar, Mind, Spell speed. I'll take that one then. There we go. Right, speak with Alfie. Investigate the circumstances. As I told you before, it was all but inevitable. Nevertheless, I have reason to believe that this particular act may not have begun spontaneously. Have I piqued your curiosity? Good, then you will have accompany me to the Hall of Flames. I would hear what General Raban has to say upon the matter. Alright, off to see General Rhubarb then. Oops. Oh, there's still some decks up in here. Thought they were meant to come down on 31st. Or was that something else? Ah, here he is. General Rhubarb. Now is not a good time, Albert. My hands are full dealing with refugees. Precisely the matter we wish to discuss, General. Alfie, back on your feet already. You may credit my swift recovery to your chirurgeons. My memories of the right are still somewhat muddled. I trust you managed to regain control. Not entirely. We secured the city soon enough, but not before the unrest had spread to the surrounding territories. Pockets of resistance remain throughout Thanalan. We have sent what forces we can spare to root out the last of the belligerents, but progress is slow. They are damned elusive. I can well imagine, given the majority of refugees live outside the walls, it stands to reason that they would know the lay of the land. What I do not understand is how they came to be so well prepared. Before my little accident, I observed that several of the refugees were armed, and not with butchers' knives or pitchforks, but with martial weaponry. I need hardly add that such equipment is costly. None can deny the tensions have increased since the Domans were turned away, but would that motivate a starving man to purchase arms in lieu of food? I think not. And what of those who have not even a single guild to spend, who could not survive without the aid provided? Surely they would sooner sell a weapon than bring it to bear against their benefactors. Come to the point. Very well, my point, General, is that this powder keg was not set alight by chance. These events were deliberately set in motion, and now order must be restored. That is my first duty. Until it is done, any investigation can wait. I do not have time to discuss this. My scouts will be returning anon. Right. Investigate. I don't want to go investigate. I want to go fighting. General is no fool. He keeps his own counsel and with good cause. Were he to claim, without necessary proof, that these rights were instigated, the monetarists would accuse him of attempting to shirk responsibility. After all, he and the Sultana have been the most outspoken proponents of refugee aid. Regardless, they will face harsh criticism in the days ahead. Our allies may stumble upon the truth, but I have far more faith in our abilities, Albert. Therefore, I propose we conduct our own investigation. To that end, I would have you make inquiries in the settlements suspected of harbouring belligerents. Commander Smith will know which they are. Yeah, waffle, waffle, waffle. Okay, let's go. Speak with Swift. You look as though you have something to say, Albert. So yeah, what you ask, there is wisdom, yeah, blah de blah de blah. Begin by speaking to the blades posted there at the Lost Hope. Right, which is where? Speak with the brass blades at Lost Hope. There it is. Yeah. Off we go. I still ain't got no... I forgot to buy some cabbages. Right, get on with chicken. What brings you here? Search for refugees. Well, then you come to the right place. Oh, you mean those? Oh no, you won't find them here. Most of the people of Lost Hope have come to accept the situation. Outside of trouble to understand. Yeah, whatever. What about Leo Frick? A friend of the Sultanate, are we? I take it this means someone has read my report. The refugees are left with the merchants, have yet to return. Concerned? Yeah. The foggiest. Never mind, speak with Zazawaka. He will explain everything. Speak with Zazawaka. Where's Zazawaka then? Oh, in here. In the cave. Right. Zazawaka, me old mucker. Don't hurt me, I'm not one of them. I beg your pardon, you're not a flame, I see. If Leofric bid you speak with me, then I take it you've agreed to help. 12 be praised. We haven't a moment to waste. Everyone knows the flames are on the march. The others have fallen under the fanatic spell, but not I. Promises of revolution and retribution, of holding the ruling class to account. Childish fantasy. I did everything I could to dissuade them, but few would heed my words. Now that one of our idealists has returned, however, the madness of the merchant plan is plain for all to see. Look behind yonder tent, you will understand why. Even now he babbles incoherently, so traumatized is he by the bloodshed he witnessed. Yet, waffle, waffle, waffle. So behind yonder tent, there he is. Terrified refugee. What are you doing? Don't draw, don't draw, don't draw. I'm not going to draw. Might stab you, but I'm not drawing. I ain't got a pencil. Why didn't you run away with me? We could have escaped together. Then you'd be here with me, be here to soothe me. Why did you have to stay and leave me alone? Soothe. Soothe him. Got to remember how to do it now. The action and traits. No. Emotes, that's what I want, isn't it? Soothe. Execute. Who are you? What do you want? It's true I followed the merchant and made the gods strike me down for my folly. What they will not give you must take, he said. When we asked how, he revealed a cache of weapons he had brought and implored us to seize control of our fates. He split us into two groups, sent us off on our own. But when the flames found us, we didn't know what to do. Our leader tried to parley with theirs, but then they started arguing, then fighting, and then everyone was fighting. And the flames were shouting to give no quarter. God, the other group, they're still out there. If we don't stop them, they'll get massacred like mine. Right, what we got? Complete. Accept. The other refugees are hiding in the cave south of Lost Hope, but to approach them would be fruitless. They would sooner call us agents. The Sultanate and try to kill us. The twins might even deign to do the deed themselves. A pox and all bloody sellswords, who was supposed to train us to fight, but the ones he sent with us vanished during the struggle. If only we had never listened to that merchant's ridiculous claims. Yeah, waffle, 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 we know. So it's the caves south of Lost Hope for the other refugees. Right, okay. Get me chicken. Seminoles, they found us. Grab your gear and make for the rendezvous point. So that's your game, is it? Haha, sorry to disappoint you, lad, but we're more than willing to kill you ourselves. Come on, take them down. That's him done. Go on, chicken, you can do them. Oh, he killed me. I wasn't looking at my health. Oh, bloody hell. Taking its time to load up. It's because I'm downloading a new game since I finished Halo Infinite. Actually, while I'm here, have we got a... No, I was hoping we'd got a shopkeeper I could buy some greens from. The florist. What about Black Rabbit traders? Purchase items. Yay. $10. Okay. That'll do. What else we got? Mammut, wayward hatchling. Nah. Right. Sorry. Losing me thought then. Lost hope in it. Thanalan. Yeah, there we go. We'll try again. This way out. Get on my chicken. It's behind you, Albert. Go the wrong way. Okay, can't get that way. Got lost a little bit then. Right. Get off my chicken. Get ready to do battle. Yeah, we know we've done all this. Come on. Oh, I don't know why I wouldn't fire then. Need more of them. You beat him like it was nothing. Thal Almighty, what we're going to do now? Speak with the terrified refugee. Where's he then? Oh, I've got to go back up there. Okay. There we go. Right. Well, you got to see you returned. Did you find my brethren? What are the twins? What happened? Well, you had no choice. Better that a handful of them take a beating than get butchered. Yeah. Tell me, what did the merchant have to say when it was over? But where else would he be unless he went to Stone's Throw to recruit others? What did I get out of this one? Daystar Ring. Take that one. Accept. The merchant wished to approach the refugees in Stone's Throw, was waiting till the flames withdrew, How many more must perish? Waffle, waffle, waffle. Search stone throw for the merchant. Where's stone throw then? Where's the nearest one? Might as well fly right down there then. Haven't we? Chocobo. Not spending any cash. Right, let's open up the thing a bit. So it's over there. Oops. Is that stone's throw down there, is it? Ellie. Right, Ellie, what you got to say? Excuse me, COVID. Have you seen my parents? They told me to stay here. They said they'd be back soon. It's been days. They left with the man from Uldar. The man said they were going to change everything. Didn't feel like it when he talked about making the rich people pay. Everyone looked so angry and got scared. Say, mister, are you looking for someone? I'm looking for the merchant. You mean the man who left with my parents? I don't know where he... Who's this? Oh, over there, I think that's him. Well now, which of these gullible fools shall be my next victim? Oh. You. He's getting away. You go get him, mister. Oh. Search the merchant in Uldar's dispatch yard. Which is where? Down there. Right, get on my chicken. Got ya. Looks like this is going to be another one where you're just traipsing around all day. Why are you pursuing me? Sedition, treason, revolution, that's preposterous. Who has filled your head with these lies? Refugees. You have no evidence. Oh, slap it out of him, Albert. I will not accompany you to the Hall of Flames. You have no right to detain me. For the sake of arguments, let us say I did do the things you claim. Surely you don't think I gave Quickwin's arse about politics. It was business, only business. both know I'm not the one you want. However, if you agree to protect me, I swear I shall tell you everything. Maybe not. Right, Albert. Seven hells. Tell the others to spread out and search the area. The killer might still be on the loose. Old adventurer, I would know more about your relationship. This man was responsible for the recent riots. Maybe we owe his murder a debt of gratitude. In any case, it's obvious you are not the one whom we seek. You may carry on with your investigation, Scion. Report to Swift at the Hall of Flames. What time we got? 45 minutes so far. Swifty, you alright, Paul? What news, Alberts? Tell him he's dead. Murdered, damn it all, to 7th hell. He was not simply murdered, Albert, he was silenced. Too many knew his face and he was ready to divulge. Do not despair, though. We may be closer to identifying the true orchestrator than you realise. Right, choker, I guess, is it? Yeah, I thought so. Direct hit rate 15. Vitality 20, skill speed. Direct hit rate. Complete. What next? Speak with Swifty again. Revolution. Swift has a message from General Rhubarb. The Flame General left word that you were to proceed to the Fragrant Chamber as soon as you returned. He wished to discuss your recent discoveries. Master Alfie has also been informed. Right, at the Royal Promenade. Right. Where's the next nearest? Around there, about look of it. That's the closest one. Aetheryte crystal. Look like we've been not much fighting in this episode. Might need to go and see the bard again because I noticed there's a skill that I can learn. It's either him or the archers. Right. So I can't remember how to do it now. Was it Goldsmith's Guild? Gladiators Guild, that'll do. Literally on the doorstep. Hang on, where am I going? Chamber of Rule, that's where I want to go. God, I'm losing it, aren't I? Chamber of Rule. I ain't got that one. To the hustings strip. Chamber of Rule. Here we go. Johnny Mnemonic. Good film. I enjoyed it anyway. Oh, Keanu. Bartholomew, we've been expecting you. Please proceed inside. Necklace. Skill, speed, intelligence, critical hit. Piety.
Commander Swift has kept us apprised of your recent activities. You've made great strides towards quelling the violence.
Despite our best efforts to determine what provoked this uprising, truth continues to elude us. Have you uncovered aught which might shed some light on the mystery?
This information does not leave this room. The Syndicate's decision to reject the Doman refugees' appeal for asylum had lasting repercussions. A number of those displaced by the calamity claimed it was proof of a policy of discrimination. Together with a group of Alamegan refugees, they organized a series of demonstrations to protest against the Sultanate. Demonstrations which became heated, but did not descend into violence. Until a certain incident served as a call to arms.
A unit of brass blades sent to supervise a demonstration loosed arrows upon unarmed protesters. It was this atrocity which prompted the refugees to take up arms. I need not tell you what followed.
We assumed at first that the attack was born of a miscommunication. When emotions run high, they happen. But suspicions were raised regarding the unit's commanding officer, whom I ordered interrogated. Sure enough, our fears were soon confirmed. The dog confessed that a merchant had offered him coin to give the order. A merchant in the employ of Teleji Adeleji.
Ah, they got him.
Teleji Adeleji. But he spoke in favor of the Doman's cause, and has ever seemed sympathetic towards the refugees' plight. Why would he do such a thing?
Know you of the Cartano Reclamation Bill? It is a proposal to annex the Cartano Flats so that refugees may establish permanent settlements.
When last I looked, that was disputed territory.
Aye. Some might even call it a battlefield.
Alright, what's happening then?
The destruction wrought by Bahamut was greatest at the Cartano Flats. That much is common knowledge. What is less well known is that his rampage laid bare ancient Alagon ruins, of which no record existed. There are certain differences of opinion as to how these ruins should be handled, which is why each nation maintains a military presence in the region to this day. Yet differ though we may, we are still allies. Therefore, in the interest of preserving the Eorzean alliance, we have reached an agreement. Any conflict which may arise during the course of military exercises in the region shall have no bearing on relations between our nations.
Ah, free for all.
In full knowledge of this delicate state of affairs, Teleji Adeleji proposed the Cartano Reclamation Bill. A shameless bloody ruse which stands to benefit him in but one conceivable way. If successful, he will gain control over the disputed territory under the guise of assisting in the resettlement effort. And you can be sure he'll build an orphanage next to every Allagan ruin.
The man would threaten the unity of the Eorzean Alliance and risk countless lives for personal gain.
He walks a path all his own, independent of any faction and beholden to none of his fellows on the Syndicate.
By inciting the less fortunate to violence, he hopes to convince others that the Cartano Reclamation Bill is the only viable solution. His sympathy for the plight of the Domans was not but posturing to gain credibility with the refugees.
Forgive me, but what could possibly motivate Teleji Adeleji to go to such lengths? What is so special about these ruins that he would risk his position on the Syndicate? And, most likely, charges of treason against the Sultanate.
Omega.
Pardon?
An Allagan monstrosity, not unlike the Ultima weapon. Mayhap larger, we know not. It has yet to be fully excavated. Allagan inscriptions indicate that it was created to fell Bahamut himself. If accurate, it might explain why Nael Van Darnus chose to bring the Red Moon down upon the Cartano Flats, given the ends he went to ensure Eorzea's annihilation. Destroying the one weapon which could stay the Elder Primal may well have seemed like good.
When first I bore witness to the power of the Ultima weapon, I doubted the evidence of my senses. And now you tell me there is another such weapon. One which could contend with Bahamut. Bahamut?
Aye. We were skeptical ourselves. Truth be told, until the Ultima weapon's existence came to light, we thought the inscription had been mistranslated.
At present, Omega is more akin to a fossil than a tool of war, having long since ceased to function. As such, its true potential cannot accurately be gauged. However, if someone were to restore it, as the Garleans did the Ultima weapon, I have little doubt that he would wield untold power.
Power enough to subjugate Uldar like as not, and the rest of Eorzea besides, which is doubtless why Teleji Adeleji yearns to have it.
That he should aspire to world domination. He who has ever walked 2 paces behind Lord Lolorito in matters of commerce.
'Tis in acknowledgement of his own limitations that he seeks this power. Woe betide us all should we allow him to have it.
Pray waste no time chasing rats. Only a fool would believe that secrets can be kept in Uldar.
It would seem the implications of the Sultanate's refugee problem are rather more far-reaching than we assumed.
Right, quest complete. Then next, speak with stories we tell. Speak with Alfie. Right, well, there's the hour up. So we'll carry on with this tomorrow on episode 90. So, as always, thanks for your views. I appreciate it. Thanks for your comments. I really appreciate them. I do try. I've tried to answer them. Anyway, until the next episode, I'll see thee.